All right, so get ready because today we are diving deep, and I mean deep, into the legend of Sun Wukong.
The Monkey King.
Exactly. We've got all this incredible source material about him.
And it's so much more than just like a children's story.
Oh, absolutely. We're talking like magic, rebellion against, well, basically everyone and everything.
And honestly, a surprising amount of, personal growth packed into one epic journey.
It's true. And I think that's what makes Sun Wukong such a captivating figure.
He embodies this kind of inner struggle that I think everyone can relate to.
Totally. That pull between wanting total freedom, but also wanting to find some kind of purpose.
Exactly. It's like he's this cosmic mirror reflecting our own human experience, just obviously with cooler powers.
Way cooler powers. And speaking of powers, this monkey, he really does come out swinging right from the start.
Well, you don't hear about someone being born from a mystical rock every day.
I know, right? Our sources describe this rock on the mountain of flowers and fruit.
And it's practically vibrating with the energy of heaven and earth.
And then, bam! Sun Wukong bursts onto the scene.
And it's not just any birth, it speaks to his incredible potential.
He's got this inherent connection to both, like the physical and the spiritual realms.
And he dives headfirst into exploring it all.
Oh, yeah. He masters those 72 transformations. He can shapeshift into anything.
Anything.
Gets his hands on the Rui Jingu Bang.
That magical staff.
Which can change size at will.
Imagine the possibilities.
So naturally, he ends up challenging, well,
the heavens themselves.
Exactly. But that's where I think his ambition starts to,
take over.
Yeah. It's not just about learning and growing anymore. He starts craving recognition.
Gobbles up those peaches of immortality.
Throws a legendary tantrum at the heavenly banquet.
Like he's poking the universe, seeing what he can get away with.
And for a while, it kind of works. It's kind of exhilarating to see his audacity.
He's like, you think those celestial rules apply to me? I'm Sun Wukong.
Exactly. But of course, we know how this goes. Every action has a reaction, right?
Even for a Monkey King.
Especially for a Monkey King. All that chaos, it lands him trapped under a mountain.
For 500 years. Talk about a reality check.
It's like the universe's way of saying, all right, buddy, time out. Think about what you've done.
500 years of forced meditation. You think that would crush anyone's spirit.
But with Sun Wukong, it's never that simple. This isn't just punishment. It's a turning point. 500 years stuck under a mountain. Can you imagine?
And all because he, kind of messed with the celestial order of things, right?
A little bit. You'd think that would change a guy.
Right.
But it's Sun Wukong we're talking about.
Of course, it's never straightforward with him.
So instead of totally crushing his spirit, this forced time out, it almost becomes like a period of, forced reflection.
Yeah, like a cosmic timeout.
Yeah. He has to confront his impulsiveness, everything.
And it sets the stage for, this whole other chapter of his journey.
Okay, so what happens? He gets this chance at redemption, right?
It's like the universe is giving him a chance to, use all of that chaotic energy for something good.
So what, he becomes like a cosmic janitor or something?
Well, not exactly. He is tasked with protecting this monk, Tenzang, on this pilgrimage.
Oh, right, to bring back Buddhist scriptures from the West?
Right. And this isn't just, a casual stroll. It's a journey fraught with danger.
Oh, yeah. Demons, monsters.
Exactly. The whole shebang. It's like the universe is saying, all right, Wukong, you want adventure. Here's adventure, but with a side of, selflessness.
And here's the thing. He's bound to protect someone else.
He has to follow someone else's lead.
Which for him, talk about a challenge.
Right? Especially for a guy who's used to getting his own way.
Exactly.
And just to make sure he gets the point, there's this whole golden fillet situation.
Oh, right. Tell me about that.
So the Bodhisattva Guanyin.
Powerful being of compassion.
Exactly. She places this magical headband on Wukong's head, and it tightens up whenever he steps out of line.
Ouch. Giving him a splitting headache, right?
Talk about motivation. It's like this constant reminder that, actions have consequences.
Especially when you can shake heaven and earth.
Literally.
So how does he adapt to all of this?
Well, that's what's so fascinating. He can't just rely on brute force anymore.
He has to think strategically.
Exactly. He starts using his cunning, his intelligence, to overcome all these obstacles.
And the biggest change.
He has to work with others.
No way.
He's joined by Pigsy and Sandy, and they become this kind of ragtag team of disciples.
Oh, I love it.
And it's great. They bicker, they challenge each other, but they also, learn to depend on each other.
Oh, that's kind of sweet.
It's heartwarming in a weird celestial way.
So we have Sun Wukong, the ultimate rebel, learning to cooperate, to use his powers to protect others.
And slowly, through all these trials, you start to see these glimpses of,
Compassion.
yeah, there are moments when he chooses to use his wit instead of his fists.
Wow.
He shows genuine concern for his companions.
He's really changing.
He's starting to understand, like, the power of teamwork.
And honestly, I think that's something we can all, learn from.
Absolutely. It's like he's realizing that true strength isn't just about individual power. It's about recognizing that we need each other.
That is such a good point. So we've gone from rebellious trickster to, wait a minute, a Buddha. That's quite a journey.
It really is. It makes you think about what immortality really means.
Yeah, because at first for Wukong, it was all about living forever, experiencing everything.
Right. But through this whole wild journey, he stumbles upon like a much deeper understanding.
So what does it mean for him in the end?
It's not about just outliving everyone else. It's about achieving enlightenment.
Enlightenment.
Yeah, recognizing that everything's connected. Finding peace within yourself.
That's a kind of immortality we can all strive for.
Exactly. And the interesting thing is, he doesn't achieve it by, getting rid of his true nature.
He doesn't become some boring, perfectly enlightened being.
No. He learns to channel all that energy, that mischief, towards something bigger than himself.
So what you're saying is, it's okay to be a little mischievous sometimes.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. But it's not about erasing your flaws, it's about transforming them.
I like that.
He shows us that we all have the potential for growth, for change.
It's inspiring, right? We all have that inner monkey king inside us, just raring to go.
We do. Full of energy, maybe a little mayhem.
Maybe a lot. But really, when you think about it, his journey reminds us that the greatest adventures often come from within.
Oh, absolutely. Those battles we fight against our own, impulses, our flaws, that's where the real growth happens.
So true. We might not be battling literal demons and monsters.
But we've all got our own metaphorical mountains to move, right?
We do. Which leads us to, I think, maybe the biggest question.
What is it?
What are our own golden fillets?
Ooh, good question. What keeps us grounded, What reminds us there's more to life than just chasing our own desires.
It's different for everyone, right?
Of course. For some, it's family. For others, maybe it's a passion project.
Maybe it's a cause they believe in.
Exactly. The important thing is to identify what it is.
What keeps us striving to be better.
Exactly.
And on that note, it looks like we've reached the end of our deep dive into the legend of Sun Wukong.
It's been quite a journey.
We've gone from rebellion to redemption, witnessed the power of transformation, both internal and external.
And hopefully learned a thing or two about ourselves along the way.
Sun Wukong's story reminds us that the journey to self-discovery never really ends, right?
It doesn't. So keep exploring, keep asking questions.
And who knows? Maybe you'll find your own path to a little enlightenment along the way.
You never know.
That's it for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
See you then.